What's going on? You know, this is AlTone, and welcome to another absolutely fantastic Wednesday. Another beautiful day of the week. How about that? I know today I'm supposed to be doing an interview with someone who I've grown to know and love and have much respect for. But unfortunately, as things, certain things happen, things take place, and we weren't able to put it together. Does not mean that it will not happen in the future, but today, because of who it is, I wanted to give you a little bit of his story myself, because I think I have the ability to be able to do that. We'll see. So the wonderful individual I'm talking about, and I showed you a hint in that last video, was a barber pole, colorful barber pole. That individual is my dad. My dad has been, he's been a barber for 52, an actual hired barber in the state of Virginia, licensed in the state of Virginia essentially for 52 years. He's been doing the job for 52 years, working for the same employer in the same, well, not necessarily the same employer, but in the same place. For those of you who don't know that he's a military barber, Langley and Langley Air Force Base and Fort Eustis, the barbers are contracted. And so he's gone through a number of different contractors over the years, the same way I have with doing technical support or desk side support for computers. Gone through quite a few different contractors over the years, but he's been there between Fort Eustis and Langley Air Force Base for 52 years. 52 years. And it is just phenomenal to me that they would find, the individuals there would find it something that they needed to do to recognize him for his 52 years of service. So, at any rate, as you know, our series is about essentially making the dream a reality and doing what you love for a living, right? And so, and in this, I always want to bring to you people who have, who are either on the journey like we are, or are already successful at doing that thing that they love and enjoy doing. And so this is an example of someone who is not only successful at it, but has been at it for years. And like I said, the relationships built, and from everything he's told me, and even from watching in the past, as I've gone. I mean, I've gone when I was in high school. I went to actually middle school, high school. I'd go to work with him on Saturdays and hang out and go to the gym and all that kind of stuff and just hang out with him. So I knew Fort Eustis and I knew military well before I went in. But he did have a great influence on my desire to go in as well. But having spent that time with him over the years, I have really enjoyed learning from him and seeing his determination. My dad's overcome quite a few challenges, and there's quite a few, as we all have. There are those who are negative in our lives and speak negative, and there are those who are positive and speak positive toward us in our lives. All of us deal with those things. My dad has dealt with them in the same spot for 52 years, the good and the bad. And with all of that, still continues to have a smile, continues to enjoy what he does, and continues to enjoy the people that he's met and build those relationships. And to see that is just phenomenal to me. It's wonderful. And so with that, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I believe that the majority of his story is something that I cannot truly express his story with the impact that it deserves. So at some point, again, look forward to having him on and actually sitting down and doing a real interview with him and being able to share his story with you. But until then, I just want to say this. For the individuals who did make it possible for my dad to be recognized for 52 years of service, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Me and my mom and my sons, and we all have our own personal view of the wonderful man that my dad is, and the wonderful God-fearing man, Christian man that he is. And to know that someone else outside of our family can not only see who he is, but also have a desire to recognize who he is, it means an awful lot to us. So on behalf of our family, I'd like to say thank you. And for everyone else out there that's watching, this is an example of an individual who did indeed spend the majority of his life doing something he loved, and is still doing it. We can't get him to stop. But this is an example of that. And I truly believe that if there's something that you have a true desire for, you can do it as well. So with that, always remember and never forget, it's not just a dream, it is a destination. Together, we're going to get there. I'm on the journey. You're on the journey. My dad, he's close to the end of his journey as far as that is concerned. But he's got a whole lot more life in him. But the biggest thing is, I don't want you to ever forget that absolutely nothing is impossible for you. You can do anything that you put your mind, your heart, your spirit into. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will talk to you again.